Hello, everyone. It is time, once again. Violence Buffet. This week, I'm hoping that we score higher than last week's, which wasn't a bad movie, The Burning, but the movie's going to be Street Trash we're watching clips from. Unfortunately, Kevin was feeling under the weather. It was supposed to be his choice, but I had a backup, and so we're doing that this week.
Technically, I was a COVID boy. I'm a COVID
I didn't know if you wanted to share that or not. But
I don't give a shit.
All right.
It's not real anyway.
Kevin's going to get fucking canceled for getting COVID.
That's right.
But anyways.
And by canceled, I mean win a Grammy.
Yeah. Fucking anti-vax, anti-mask piece of shit.
Well, I'm not vaccinated.
Kevin is the Ted Nugent of the podcast.
I know.
Anyways, do you want me to start this beautiful bean footage?
I was just going to say Street Trash. I was curious if who's seen it, if anyone.
I believe I have, but maybe once. And it's
Scott?
a long time ago.
I'm the same. I think I did a long time ago. I think I saw it like on video cassette.
I'm guessing Mike has not.
What's the year of our Lord on this one?
87.
87.
Yeah.
Definitely seen a lot of Street Trash T-shirts.
Yeah, with that does a pretty memorable movie poster. I just want to say, like, you can't really tell in this, but it's I liked it for certain reasons, but there's like terrible acting in this movie. But watching it this way, I was actually like, oh, it's not bad. So
okay.
Terrible acting. I'll be the judge of that.
Well, okay, go ahead, do it up.
All right, here we go. Street Trash.
A Cam Fam production.
I wish.
Oh my god, I thought that was a Bill edit to be funny.
That was real in the movie.
Oh.
Jolly Ranchers.
I guess if you're covered in filth, any liquid probably feels pretty good. Maybe not this one. Count this one out. He's pissing blue paint.
And pink.
This is colorful, I like it.
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
Like the exact opposite of Poltergeist.
Oh, don't do that. You're going to flush the toilet and you're going to go down it. Then the toilet's going to burp up colors.
It's definitely a working toilet.
My god. This is fucking traumatizing. And I love it.
It's like an Evil Dead vibe.
Oh, shit. This movie rules.
Nice. Everyone's trying
You can notice a theme here.
Oh, hi, baby. Guessing that cat's still alive?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's the only cast member that's still alive. The guy up there made out of pineapple. Which pineapple?
Canned pineapple.
Gulp.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's from the toe? Oh,
I knew Mike would like that.
it's oozing.
Upside down cake.
I'm assuming it burns? We're just like, ew, baby food. Oh, God. That guy okay?
That guy reminds me of a coked up Zach Galifianakis.
Looks like Charlie Day. Oh, no. Not the weenie.
Useless ass shit.
Uh-oh. At least it's just red. He's making himself throw
He doesn't know how
up.
to use urinals.
What the fuck? Life of Brian all of a sudden?
Boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom.
Or meaning of life, rather.
I'll see this damn thing.
Uh-oh.
Parts.
Nice hat.
You weren't too far off.
Oh, wow.
Waffle thing.
God.
I think that guy's name is Wizzy.
This is
That's
such,
not nice.
this is such a rude drink.
A disrespectful drink.
Yeah. Oh, God, the sounds. Oh, man.
Great progress.
Well, I mean, you're pissed off and you can rip off a part of your body to throw. Why not? That face looks like makeup. Something's going down. Oh. My God. Got wings. What?
Have like a Tarman vibe.
Grape Tarman.
Yeah, great.
Oh my
Tarman.
God. Oh my God. What the fuck? This is getting high marks for me, I can tell you that much.
That's for me as well.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
This keeps going.
It does.
It really does. I'm like, oh, well, there's no way that
There's
they
no
can...
story. It's just this for 2 hours. Is that a boing sound?
Whatever it was.
Come back.
Oh, demonetized. It's okay, but she's made out of cigarette ashes.
Or genital horror. God. What the fuck?
Well, no nudity.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the fuck is happening?
Maybe he's like,
That
fuck,
is
be
really
that way.
Which,
Jesus. Imagine living through that.
yes.
I do every day. Rocket. It just bumps him a little. Oh!
Yeah, bumped him a little.
Let's roll with 7 Up, guys. Bring it back.
At the head.
Gorgeous cinematography.
I thought she was gonna kick it.
So did I. But instead, he just looked up her skirt.
He gets to be a pervert one last time.
There you are.
Holy shit.
There we are, indeed.
So yeah, that was street trash. I do want to say that the scene where the guy's pee-pee gets cut off,
Mhm.
I actually edited that down. It's a lot of this movie takes place in a junkyard where these homeless people live, and so when that happens, they're playing keep away. This guy's trying to get his dink back, and they're keeping it away from him. He finally gets it back. Yeah, he finally gets it back, and he tries to hail a cab with his dink in his hand that doesn't stop. So he just hops on a school bus to get to a doctor. Like he's hanging in the back of a school bus full of kids.
Wow.
Yeah,
No, so is that why they call
Oh,
it a
New
junkyard?
York.
that's why. Yeah, that's why it's the junkyard. Very clever, Mike. Yeah, that was old New York.
Before Giuliani cleaned it up. Guys were
Yeah.
holding their dicks loose in their hands.
Before Alicia Keys sang about it with Jason Z.
Jason Z.
Yeah. So if you watch the whole movie, there's a lot of like I said, like the terrible acting. And there's like downtime. It's kind of like but and I thought it was like what we saw was like pretty awesome for '87 on a low
I just want
movie.
to point out that the budget was $1 million less than the last one we talked about.
I found okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they made a lot with that.
Yeah. And that was like 6 years later. So let's go backwards this time. We'll start with the young man below me.
Named Vikel.
Oh, baby. I just noticed Kevin went from the Kevin to a Kevin. I
Oh,
don't know when
good for
anything
him.
happened.
Proud of him.
So, Mike,
Hey,
how realistic do you feel what you saw?
realistic. This is probably the only one that's gonna be.
This is always like the score killer.
Yeah, but I'll say again. I'll say this: in the event that things like this happened, if it were to happen, I believe that is a very believable portrayal of it. So I would call it like a 6. It's 6 in the sense of believability.
The look on Bill's face.
It's high because of the believability if it were
And
to
the
actually
colors.
happen, but 6 in the sense that it would
If-
obviously never happen.
If toxic alcohol was somehow distributed to
We all know
bums.
that alcohol is toxic.
If it was a thing,
All right,
I could see it going down that way.
Mike is officially off his rocker.
So realism, huh?
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, like a 2.
All right, still very generous.
I'd say 2 because when liquids run, they look kind of like that. I would imagine lots of liquid.
Hmm.
You know,
Very realistic vomiting.
Yeah,
Yes.
that did look like a good puke.
They had a good gurgle sound with it too.
That's the sounds alone. That's the most realistic thing about it, is the sounds.
Up it to an 8.
I guess if you want to talk realism, as in like what would it look like if someone melted, it depends. Because if they were drinking it, they'd be melting from the inside out, so it may be a little different. But I don't know. I'll give it a 3. It's not. I mean, it's very cool looking, but it's not realistic at all.
I think you should think more about it and then have a TED talk about it, Kevin.
You need to shut the fuck up, Bill.
I'm going 2 as well, which is not a bad thing. Just
Great.
I'll get into it more later on other parts. But
Have a TED talk about it, Bill. Sorry.
Okay, Mike. How ridiculous?
How ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
10. Fucking 10. That was fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Every last thing that happened on that screen was completely fucking bananas in every conceivable way. I don't understand what I saw, and I want to see more of it.
It's on my Plex. And Scott's.
You're turning
I
them.
think.
You're turning them, Bill.
That's right. Turn them to the gore side. Scott.
yeah. I mean, we watched, what was that chicken movie?
Poltergeist.
Fairly ridiculous. And I don't know what I gave it. I don't know if I gave it a 10 or not.
I think it was like tens
Might
of
have.
them everywhere in that one.
Yeah, that was,
This is way up there. I would probably give this a 10 for ridiculous too. It's just so much, and everything just goes on for so. It's that one last gurgle and splash
Mm-hmm.
of like everything, and there's just so many fluids. Just splishing
and everything really
splashing,
is
like,
given like the
everywhere.
appropriate amount of time for it too.
It's
Yeah.
like I forgot. I didn't know when it was going to end. I have no idea how long. Like that might have been like 40 minutes long. The thing we watched.
Actually,
I have no
I
idea.
cut that down. I cut out like 4 minutes of stuff.
How long was it?
Like 7, I think, or just under 7.
It felt long because every scene was like you'd expect it to wrap up or a quick cut away or whatever, and it was like, no, the face is gonna just come off and stick to the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10.
Okay.
A very fun 10.
Yeah,
Have
I'll give it a 10 as well. It is pretty ridiculous, and the good thing is it's old New York, so that stuff is probably still sitting there.
Still stuck to a wall somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
The toilets still exist.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going 10 as well on that. Yeah, just like all you guys said, they like let it linger. You just saw everything, and just like the number of places things are shooting out of, and smoke is coming out of people, and like sizzling, and all kinds of stuff. Delicious.
Yes.
Okay, this
And pineapple.
and pineapple chunks. Yes.
Can't forget that.
Mike, how ridiculous! I know we just did that one. Hey, how gratuitous!
Also 10. Of course, there's so many, like we just said, chunks and pieces and liquids and fluids and just like
Semi-solids.
there's not a single area that like didn't get immense love and attention given to it. Like they really like utilized every square inch of the set and all the characters to just make it absolutely fucking disgusting.
I mean,
like that.
all practical effects, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they still somehow managed really to make like a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's
And
kind of what
also
it's like.
because of when this was, it was all on film. It wasn't like
Yeah.
digital. Like so, it's like it's gonna
But
cost a lot of money to redo this. Yeah.
But it had that over the top cartoon feel, just like yeah, I would 10 as well. They go hand in hand. I think these two ratings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say 10. I mean, like I said before, like we see a lot of street trash T-shirts. Like I see them all the time at conventions.
Definitely.
Now I know why. I thought I had seen this movie, but now I really don't think I have. So I'm gonna have to.
Remember some of these things, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going 10 also. Just again echoing everyone else's sentiment here. There's so much. I think even like the most normal thing is the beheading, but even how that happened, wasn't just the head got taken off. It was like a good chunk of the upper torso. They like went the extra step.
Yeah, ruined his shirt.
It's a nice shirt. Do you guys think that looked like a coked up Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah,
I see it.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because there is a scene in the movie. I think he's a war vet, and he has like a Vietnam flashback, and he's like dreaming and like having like night terrors. He's like the king of the homeless people, by the way, in the junkyard. It's like his turf.
Nice.
when he was having the flashback, did he have like pigtails and it was just and
he was seeing Annie. Yeah. He had a beehive haircut, and he was with Tim and Eric on the beach.
Exactly.
Selling vodka.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. How creative / unique?
10. Again, my God. I have to give special attention to just the fact that it's so fucking colorful.
Mm-hmm,
and it is such a nice, refreshing detour from the usual like pitch black darkness and just red for blood and then like, blue tint.
It's like broad daylight neon gore.
Yeah, it is everywhere. It is so colorful, and that adds so much to it because like you literally don't know like what color is going to come out when someone rips off a chunk of their flesh. It is just so unpredictable in every way, and just melting the concept of just people melting you can make a movie out of. The concept of flesh that you can rip off, you can make a movie out of. The concept of a guy that gets melted into a toilet and turns into a goo monster, you could make a movie out of. Like every individual death could be its own movie with deaths based around that theme. I didn't care for it.
Not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing this movie did really well, I thought could have been very similar, like our last movie, right? That we did got very low marks in this stuff because it was very similar. The kills were all kind of the same, and not a bad thing, just how it was. This one, it's all like the same thing kind of happening, right? They're kind of like they're like becoming like acidic and melting and all that shit, but everyone's very different. Like what ended up actually happening to the bodies was very different. And extreme. It would always go way to the extreme, but in a different way. Hey, this person just dug through their chest. This person went into a toilet. Like they're all very different. So for that, I'm gonna rank it up very high as well and give it another 10.
So what year did this come out?
87.
And when did Dead Alive come out?
81. Dead Alive? 87 too, I think. 88.
What? Dead Alive? No, that was early 90s.
Later? No, it's definitely not late 90s.
No,
early
it was
90s.
90.
92.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because, like you had pointed out, there were some things that
5 years.
had to feel similar. Someone had to do it first, so it was them. But yeah, it's I would say I'll give it a 10 as well. I mean, it's pretty much everything.
It could have been samey, right? I mean, they could have done something where it kind of looked like the same death over and over again, or something.
For the amount of budget. And stuff like that, they really did quite a bit. And I just, as you guys were talking, I was looking up the special effects, and this guy named Ken Brilliant did the special effects. But he went on to work on things like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He did Face Off. He did Freaked.
Freaked. That makes sense.
Yeah, he did Freaked.
That does make sense. Yeah.
But he also did stuff like Last of the Mohicans. He did Coneheads. He did Interview with a Vampire. Um,
For him.
Congo.
Is his
Stuff like
real
that.
last name Brilliant?
That's what it says. Ken
Eagle?
Brilliant. We should have him on the show. Ken Brilliant.
Maybe.
Come on.
Scott, you want to get that?
No.
It's Ken Brilliant. He's agreeing to come on the show.
Oh, all right. You heard
KB.
it here first.
It'll come on.
Okay, Mike.
Mhm.
As you would put it, the queue of the SEs.
Did you just give a
Oh,
score?
I did not. It's a 10. 10 for me. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. But
I figured, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
no, it's like I don't think I can add to whatever else has said.
Mhm.
Just like even like I said, the beheading scene. It's the only time I've seen a movie where like a giant like canister of some kind of gas just was shot like a rocket at someone and took their head off and took their head and like their upper chest
And it
off.
looked so good, and then his severed head looked awesome.
Yeah,
like
it did. It gave me like that. That gave me Tom Savini vibes, like you
Totally.
see in Day of the Dead. There's a severed head, and that head's like moves, like the face moves and everything. This
Even
one, like
when I
better.
first showed it, then you see his eyes just like look that direction. I'm like, that's just super creepy. Like it's just done
Yeah.
really well.
Yep. 10. Okay, so now Mike, quality of special effects. My apologies.
It was insane. It was unbelievable to see. It's some of the best practical effects like I've ever seen. Just to be able to pull that off and to be able to make all that come across believably, I got a little gaggy a couple different times, and that's I think a testament to high quality special effects.
One episode so far too, or oh
What's
god. The first time, like, it's the most I've heard you say, "Oh God," or
Yeah, well, it's just every time.
But he said it
You know
more
what
than
it
once.
is? It's because in every melting face there was still a couple little teeth.
yeah,
Like
or
every single
one
time.
real eye.
Yeah, did me in.
All right,
What's the actual question? What's the full one?
Quality
Special
of-
effects.
quality of
Just,
special
just
effects.
quality of special effects as a whole. It's actually a tough one because I mean they're ridiculous. They're
Right.
but they were so good. They really were for a low budget practical effect movie. They did a really good job. I'm gonna give them a 10 just out of the fucking A for effort that they did.
Yeah,
See, I'm on the fence because there were a few things that I was just like,
Right.
But then there's the head, and then there's the even just the whole scene, the very first guy on the toilet alone.
Right. I mean, even the nice little shot, he's in the toilet, he's gone, it's just his hands hanging on.
Right.
But it looks good.
Even his legs separating from his feet. And
Yeah.
but like the chest thing, like where she was ripping apart her chest, I didn't really like that. But then after that, I liked when she was on like the car hood.
Right.
I thought that was cool.
But even the chest thing, they're stuck with limitations of the
Right.
time. But
they spent all the money on that
gross.
separate head.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a 10. My arms
I'm doing Penzies as well. I like them all, especially the guy that ends up going up against the wall and like his head sticks and slowly goes down after the rest of them. Just the way his like face like was like a melted pizza covered in like.
my only complaint on that is the inside of his mouth was just black. It's like, all right, if I was drawing it, that's how I would fill it in.
So is the mouth of Francis in Pee Wee's Big Adventure when he's eating the trick gum. Did you think
Good
he
point.
might be eating trick
Good
gum?
point. Maybe he was eating trick gum and it
Oh.
wasn't actually the booze the whole time.
Is that
All
it?
right, okay.
Hand it out, Bill.
Care to that's added
400.
a billion.
So like
You wanna
it'd be
guess?
like play what, like 172, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyone else guessing? Or is it
I'm,
just
go-
Scott?
I'm gonna say 174.
I'm sticking with my 400.
All right, Mike and Scott, you are both so close. It's a 173.
Wow! Wow!
I was
New
hoping it was going to
champion,
be a
by the
little
way.
bit over, so that way I still would have won.
No, Scott was one under. If you're going by prices right
Yeah.
thought process. So.
I'm saying if I was hoping that it was going to be over, so that way I would have won with a stupid answer like 400.
I see. I'm sorry. But yeah, 173. That's the number one now. The most bestest.
Good. I think
Eating a
it
snack.
deserves it. I mean, I don't know if I want to watch the movie. You didn't really sell the movie too well.
No, I didn't.
But, and I I don't think I
Let me
ever saw it. Like I would
Let me put it
remember
this
some
way:
of the shit.
there's a scene in the movie. A lot of it does take place in this junkyard where like a bunch of homeless people live, and that guy with the beard looks kind of like Jesus-y with the hat.
Yeah,
He brings back a really drunk woman, and he kind of becomes intimate with her. Then he like leaves for some reason, and then it is strongly insinuated that a bunch of the other junkyard people come in and do things
Have
to
their
her,
way.
and then leave her for dead. And then she's found the next day by the junkyard owner, knowing that she's like light blue dead, like obviously dead by the water in his junkyard. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna start having my way with her too." So that's something to consider if you.
So now we've been sold. So yeah, we will be
I
watching.
think I'm good
yeah,
with what
are
I
you
saw.
trying not to get me to watch it?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I probably will never watch it. But
yeah, that's. I think I took all the best parts and saved you the trouble of watching the whole thing. No
Still,
offense
great-
to anyone who likes the whole movie, but there are some terrible things that happen in that movie.
great job, Ken Terrific or whatever your name was.
Kenneth,
What was it?
Kenneth, pretty awesome. Ken, brilliant.
Ken Brilliant.
Mike, are you having what are you having?
Toaster
Ritz?
strudel.
M&M cookie.
Ooh,
Homemade?
I wish.
Shop?
infused with stuff.
I think it was that drink was called Viper, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we should all drink that next week.
And it said, I think it said 1924 underneath where it said Viper.
I'm surprised no one brought up the fart at the very beginning, by the way.
Well, we noted it
Okay.
at the time.
I don't
yeah.
care for it.
I'm saying after the
Oh.
fact.
Mike did it because he thought you added it in.
Well, other stuff happened after the fart that took our minds away from it.
If it was that sense of humor the whole rest of the time, I'm sure our
Yeah,
score
that-
probably would have been less.
That seems like it was like 10 episodes ago.
It's been an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, don't forget extra kisses this week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't edit
what?
them out.
I
just
think
gonna-
we should do some kisses too.
You know what? I'm doing one. I'm just gonna make a preset when it's just like a drum roll. All right. Thank you for hand farts.
Mm-hmm.